Welcome back to Bazaar Morning Call. Well, as promised, we have the management of Polycab joining us now. The company reported a good set of Q4 earnings. Revenues and profits both beat street estimates. But both the management personnel are joining us now. We have Gandharv Tongia, who's the executive director and CFO, and Inder T Jaisinghani, % revenue growth in Q4 on account of a very good volume growth led by the cables and the wires business. Can you tell us what kind of volume growth do you see in cables and wires from here on?
Has been nothing short, but marked by milestones, growth, and commitment to excellence. As you are stated, the value growth was almost 29%, and almost all of it has come from volume. The fourth quarter was best ever in the as far as the top line is concerned. We did almost 5,600 crore rupees of top line. And the entire fiscal was again best in the history of the company, wherein we did almost 18,000 crore. Volume-led growth, we have been able to enhance our to 24% to 25-26%. And we believe that this growth momentum in years fantastic capacities which we have built over the period with the help of our partners who are there across the country.
Got that, Gandharv, but I wanted some more clarity. Were sales impacted during the start of the
department had conducted a search of 23, and this was a standard income duly provided to them. After that, as a post-search procedure, we received some requests that have been duly complied with, and as of date, we haven't received any from the department. We will intimate the stock exchanges.
Inder, for cables and wires, you had earlier a margin range of between 11 and 13%. You've done 15% of the. How sustainable is this going forward? What's the outlook?
Basically, margin will be around about 12 to 13% EBITDA, and growth is going to be continued because demand is good. The infrastructure government is spending a lot of money, and for electrification to villages and have Wi-Fi to every village. So that infra is going to continue because they want to make this national highways, and they want to make all number of AIMS hospitals. So everywhere demand is good because the construction line is growing, industry is growing, industry is expanding, cement and steel plants, they are expanding everything. So everywhere demand is good, and it is going to be continue is at least for 5-7 years.
So what is the revenue and the margin guidance for FY25?
So as you are aware, we got listed in 2019, and after that, we embarked on a transformational project with the help of a strategic consultant. The project name is Project Leap. In fiscal 21, we decided that we should get to 20,000 crore rupees of top line by fiscal 26. I'm happy to report that in fiscal 24 itself, we have achieved a top line of 18,000 crore rupees. During the current fiscal, in the fiscal 25, we'll probably recalibrate our guidance and come back to you. However, as far as margins are concerned, as Inder alluded to, we should be able to maintain EBITDA margin of 12 to 13% for our business.
Yeah, Gandharv, I had a couple of questions on this FMEG segment itself. The margins are under pressure due to a one-time impact from the impairment of investment. Was there any other factor? And also, how are you assessing consumer demand in this segment? More importantly, by when do you turn profitable? Do you stand by earlier margin guidance of around 10 to 12% by FY26?
As I mentioned a while back, under Project Leap, we had various ambitions. One was to get to a better cable and wire business in terms of top line, bottom line, profitability. And I'm happy to report that on cable and wire, we have been able to enhance our market share. The top line growth is significantly better than the industry growth rate. The margins are significantly better than what they used to be 5 years back. And similarly, exports contribution has enhanced over the period. 5 years back, exports used to be 250 crore rupees per annum, whereas in the last year it was almost 1,400 crore rupees per annum. So these were the areas where we were able to perform better, and in few of the pockets, probably we did better than our own expectations. However, in the case of FMEG, I think it's a mixed bag. The retail wire business has done very good, but the businesses like fans, lighting, switches, switchgear, we believe we could have done better. Since last 6 months, we have revisited our strategy. We have rebuilt the team and merged Power BU with FMEG BU. We are doing what is typically called course correction. And we believe in 4 quarters from now, we should be able to go back to a better growth trajectory. In the interim, we believe that there's a need to revisit our FMEG guidance. And in the last quarter itself, we had withdrawn our guidance of 10% of FMEG profitability. And probably 3 or 4 quarters from now, we will come back and then share our revised guidance for FMEG, both for growth as well as for profitability.
Inderji, you planned for between 600 and 700 crores of capex for FY24. Could you tell us how much of that was spent? What is the capex? How much will you spend on capex this year in FY25? And what is the revenue potential from this? Do you also, if you have plans for further expanding electricals? Go on, sir.
Yeah, we are continuously expanding our product range. Because of range, we are putting a more capex, and cable and wire also we are putting continuously. We are going in extra high voltage cables, and so we are going to put at least 700-800 to 1,000 crores every year now. So we have made a plan of 3 years, coming 3 years, and it will be continued in FMEG and cable wire both.
Okay. Mr. Gandharv, your gross margins have improved on account of, the strategic pricing revisions as well as a change in the product mix. Can you give us an overview of the product mix from here on? Any changes that you expect which can perhaps improve your margins further?
So we get almost 88% from our cable and wire business, and between EPC and FMEG, we have a balance 12%. We don't expect this particular ratio to materially undergo change on a near-term to mid-term basis. But overall, directionally, we believe that we have a lot of opportunity in the B2C space. And as part of Project Leap, we will continue to make efforts to get to leadership position in the B2C space. As far as profitability is concerned, we believe that a 12 to 13% EBITDA margin is a sustainable margin, and we believe in quarters to come, we should be able to maintain that.
Thanks, gentlemen, for joining in. Wishing you all the best for the remainder of this fiscal.